See, usually in downtown LA, when there's protests, strikes, or any kind of event, they'll usually protest in front or strike in front of the city hall. Yet, there's nobody out here. No women, nobody. Not even pedestrians or cars. Oh wait, there's one. So apparently, I had the wrong address. I was in front of the city hall, but actually it's not in front of the city hall. It's by the police station. From a distance, I could hear a woman saying something on a microphone. It was really hard to understand since the wind circuit was blowing on the different side. Anyways, as soon as I got closer, I could hear the woman's speech could become clearer and clearer. Later on, the crowd cheered, and as soon as I got there, she began to play her instruments. Many booths were open, such as LGBTQ, people rights, and so many more. There's also this booth that helps AIDS and even give free waters and snacks when events like this go on, for free. All they accept is any kind of donations or tips. Wow, this event could have got any better. Yeah, it was also historical and emotional. Now let's get started with some interviews. What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Jacqueline J. Johnson. I'm from Alexandria House, which is a shelter that deals with women who are homeless, victims of domestic violence and trafficking. And we provide permanent housing for women and children.
Why are you here today?
I'm here today because I was part of the planning committee for the International Women's Strike, because I believe that we can all do something to make a difference.
How do you want the man population to support women?
The men that I know are very supportive, or they wouldn't be known.
What message do you want to give the men or the world in general?
I want people to know that we all need to come together because we can all do something. We've all been blessed to be able to do something. So, thank you.
What's your name and where are you from?
Well, my name is Kathy and I'm from Los Angeles, California.
Okay, hello Kathy. Why are you here today?
Well, I'm here to help all the mothers around the world in poverty, having their children taken away from them, not having enough food to eat, can't get no jobs, and we are tired of people in the White House not meeting our concerns.
And how do you want the man population to support women? How would you like the man population to support women?
Well, it's good that the men support the women, because I think if men that support the women and they have a family, have a wife, income to the family would be very good for them. You know, it shouldn't be no more men getting paid more than women. Give it the equal pay. That way a family can stay together.
What message do you want to give the man or the world itself?
I would like for them to be more stronger. I know that some of us are married, but when you take a marriage vow, you have to honor that vow, no matter what you're going through. You have to talk your situations out, because life is not perfect, they are not perfect, but men should always uphold their family. And if they got a good woman, the woman should always uphold her man.
We need y'all saying. People power!
Tell me what you want, what you really want.
Justice!
Tell me what you need, what you really need.
Justice!
How we gonna get it?
People power!
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 Make some noise! I don't hear you. What do we want?
Justice!
All right. My name is Evelyn Hernandez. I'm the immigrant from Mexico, and I am chair of the board of Carecen. Buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Ángela Zambrano y soy de Carecen. Muchas cosas. Today, we join International Women's Day all over the world to celebrate women and to call for an end to the gender violence at home, on the streets, at the workplace, and by the government. We call for reproductive justice. We want complete autonomy over our bodies, full reproductive freedom. We want affordable health care for all. We call for an end to racism, sexism, and xenophobia. We call for environmental justice. We demand that the natural resources be preserved and sustained to enrich our lives and that of our children. We are clear that the emancipation of Mother Earth, Pachamama, and the emancipation of women go hand in hand. We demand the right of women to migrate with their children and denounce the separation of children from their mothers as part of the so-called zero tolerance by the Trompudo administration. Ripping children apart from their mothers is inhumane. It is cruel, and it must stop now. Not tomorrow, not day after tomorrow. It must stop now. And we demand the dismantling of all detention centers. And that's why we're here, to call for the dismantling of this detention center. You hear, Trompudo? We demand that the war against immigrants and refugees stop now. So today, we join with immigrant women all over the world, and especially the migrant women who are fighting to protect their families and their children.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Evelyn Hernandez. I'm from El Salvador. It's my honor to be here to represent all of you as immigrants. I have a lot of struggles with my legal situation, but nothing stopped me. I'm still fighting in this country, and I will to get my residency in this country and stay permanently with my kid. I am mother of 3 citizen children. Yes. And it's my honor to be part of this movement. I am working at Carecen Central America Resource Center. I am an organizer, and I feel so proud of all work Carecen doing for our community, and proud of myself, all the stuff I doing during my 20 years living in this country. But it's not just that. I have next to me Ángela Zambrano. She's one has given me the opportunity to be in this movement since 2006, right, Angela? Yeah, so she is one of the leaders. It's her fault. I not be in my house. You know, at this moment I should be at my home with my family, but no. I am here with all of you. It's my pleasure to be here.
Thank you. LA, how we doing? My name is Gerlin Joseph, and I am one of the co-founders and executive director for the Haitian Bridge Alliance. As we stand here on this land today, we pay respect for the original women of this land. As we celebrate Women's International Day today, I stand on the shoulders of Sojourner Truth and say, "Am I a woman?" I stand in front of this ICE detention center, saying on behalf of the women who are in there right now, and we women, we stand on behalf of the women who are at the border, getting the children taken away from them. We say we stand with them because we are women. We stand on the shoulders of Harriet Tubman, and we said that we will not be building underground railroad, but we will be building up railroad. Our railroad will be up ground so that people, women, can be respected around the world. Today, I stand on behalf of each and every woman, black, brown, blue, and whatever else you can call yourself, and we say we are women and leave us war. We war on behalf of women from the detention centers. We war on behalf of people who are being separated at the border in countries. We war on behalf of over 3,000 people who have CPS who will be separate inside of our war in here. So we stand on behalf of our mothers, on behalf of this amazing woman who are there, we salute you. On behalf of Margaret Prescott, we salute you. And we say, ain't we women? And we say, si se puede.
Sí se puede.
Si se puede.
Sí se puede.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
We nous capable.
We nous capable.
We nous capable.
We nous capable.
Ain't I a woman?
Ain't I a woman?
My name is Faria Shahadah. I'm coming here from the Council on American Islamic Relations. International human rights laws recognize the rights of females and guarantee their equality, their protection, and their dignity. International human rights also prohibits discrimination based on immigration status. This administration has perpetuated racism and xenophobia. It has emboldened the government agencies to commit violations that include racial profiling, denial of due process, sexual abuse and harassment, inhumane detention conditions that include separating families and caging children. We have an administration that is separating families from one another because they come from Muslim-majority countries. Working in immigration, I've seen firsthand how immigration policies have devastated immigrant families. When a Yemeni sister cannot come to the United States to be tested as a bone marrow donor for her brother who has been diagnosed with leukemia, we have to ask ourselves what this country stands for. When a U.S. citizen woman cannot unite with her husband who is fleeing from Syria because of a war-torn country, we have to question this president's policies.
That's right.
It is our duty to ask our elected officials to block implementation of this president's bigoted policies. If this government is unable to acknowledge the role of decades-long U.S. policies of military intervention and economic neoliberalism in countries like Yemen, Iraq, Guatemala, El Salvador, and Honduras, we can't begin to have an honest discussion about this country's immigration policies. Most importantly, we have to remember that immigrants' rights, like women's rights, are an extension of fundamental human rights to which each and every human being on this planet is entitled. I am humbled to be in the presence of women, strong women, that are coming together to fight for fundamental human rights. We have the ability to improve not only the rights of women all over the world, but the rights of minorities and disenfranchised communities that suffer from the same denial of basic fundamental human rights.
All walls have got to go! From Palestine to Mexico!
I get out of LA!
I stand out of LA!
We refuse to be detained!
We refuse to be detained!
Stop separating families!
Separating families!
We want 11 million free!
We want 11 million free!
Say hey, hey, hey!
Say hey, hey, hey!
Hey, 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 hey!
As Ms. Garcia, a Mexican lady that stands for all Mexican ladies, has given her speech about her son having PTSD yet forced to be sent to the military. As Ms. Garcia gave her speech, in the middle of her speech, she breaks down and cries. As a reporter and a random lady in the group goes out and approaches Ms. Garcia to comfort her. Yet, with so much going on, it is hard for her to keep on going, as she apologized multiple times for crying in the middle of her speech. All that Ms. Garcia asked for is just for her son to come back home.
They don't care. He was just one people out of there and they served already. They don't care. They kill. I remember they were in Iraq just for oil. That's what they fight for. Fight for nothing. So this is my concern right now. And it's many military family, you know, fight for his children. I fight for my son. And it's scared to speak for him. I don't want my son to be punished because I talk here, but I need to talk for him. He can do anything. I just want my son get out from the detention center, detention center, and take care of his problem. His problem is bad. He's sick. He's danger. He's in dangerous place. This is terrible, and I'm sorry if my feeling is his mother. And I know mother like you here today, fighting for some reason we're here today.